Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This goes to Sean Murphy, Site Director, and Jen Berry, Safety Manager at Berkeley, Missouri, one of Boeing Satellites Defense Manufacturing. TÜVSÜD, NQA, DQS, BSI, the four registrars behind Boeing's rotten certification illusion at Berkeley. Sean, Jen, ladies and gentlemen, suppliers, subcontractors, investors, logistics professionals, and every person who steps into and onto a Boeing airplane. Listen carefully, because what happened at Boeing, Berkeley, Missouri is not a paperwork oversight. It is a calculated abandonment of global aerospace safety. I am Daryl Guberman, over 40 years in quality, and I am telling you now, I am the only one that has the proof of the largest worldwide industrial fiduciary fraud. I am the only one that can fix it. Boeing built a certification cage and locked every supplier inside it, while never entering the cage themselves. After 9/11, Boeing was going to lay off 10 to 20,000 employees and then issued the infamous July 2002 supplier bulletin. Every supplier must be AS9100 and certified through the American National Crediting Board or an international equivalent, China, Iran, Pakistan. Boeing dictated the rules. Boeing controlled the OASIS database, which is the online aerospace systems information system, which is run by the International Aerospace Quality Group. And at that time, in 2003, when ANSI-ANAB, the American National Standards Institute, and the American National Crediting Board formulated Heads Up 22 for suppliers, they said in that supplier bulletin, suppliers of AS9100 certifications, and they must be on the OASIS database, and they cannot refuse to pay database fees or they get their certificate taken away. Yet, Boeing themselves, 22 years uncertified, no AS9100, no OASIS listing, they manufactured over 1,200 plus approximately commercial jets and more than approximately 400 plus military aircraft under nothing more than an internal claim of compliance. Then comes 2014. 2014. The year the farce became a conspiracy. Boeing took a seat on ANSI-ANAB's Management System Accreditation Committee that can grant, suspend, and withdraw certification. 10 years on the throne, uncertified, influencing the very registrars who certify the world. And standing around the table, 7 registrars who were supposed to be impartial under ISO IEC 1711, which talks about registration companies and accreditation body requirements, TÜVSÜD, TÜV Rheinland, DQS, NQA, NSF, BSI, and Intertech, but 4 of them were directly involved in certifying Boeing's facilities. At Boeing, the certifying body was TÜVSÜD, a registrar sitting on ANAB's board, while Boeing sat on the Management System Accreditation Committee guiding policy. This is not impartiality. This is collusion in plain sight. Boeing wasn't a participant in certification. They were the puppeteer. Then, in June 27, 2024, Miss Elizabeth Lund, the Vice President of Quality at the Boeing Company, admitted through a Reuters interview that Boeing ran audits as if certified. As if is not certification. As if is a fraud. She actually said Boeing was willing and prepared to get AS9100, that they were compliant, and that they were doing internal audits as if they were certified. What I did is I took it upon my own mission to go out there. Sean and Jen, I went out there. I went out to Boeing at Everett, Renton, Auburn, and Northfield. I canvassed those people, 300 to 600 people. I was there for almost a month, asking questions. The dirty questions. Were you AS 9100? Do you know anything about auditing? And they said a resounding no. And most of them came up to me and said, Daryl, I want to go to a safety meeting, and my boss says I can't go because if I were to leave, they couldn't get the plane to the next station. Berkeley certificate issued by a registrar sitting alongside Boeing is tainted, compromised, and null in spirit. Suppliers, investors, logistics, actually, it's no good. Suppliers, investors, logistics specialists, and the public deserves the truth. The accreditation empire was corrupted from the inside by Boeing and the registrars who sued them. Served them, excuse me. Oh, they should sue them. But actually, it should be the people like you who bought into this mess. You were forced into it, I'm sure. You probably didn't even know about this. You probably didn't know this, Sean or Jen. You didn't know this. You do go about your business, you don't know. Well, now you know. And the consequences: a global supply chain exposed, a logistics network misled, and the flying public placed in harm's way. This is your warning, Sean and Jen. This is your evidence. You can no longer say you didn't know. Now you know. Maybe you don't want to know. If I was you, I wouldn't want to know either. I go like this, like this, like this, like most people. I've got 40 years in quality, all right? I stood up on April 17th at the DHS subcommittee. So I come here with a little bit of credibility. I come to you more than credibility. I come to you with integrity, honesty, and the truth. After all, my business is my family name. I will not disparage that. And I stood up at the DHS subcommittee and I exposed Boeing's 22 years of neglect when it comes to suppliers. Send in your cert, send your parts, and Boeing, only if need be or need arises, will come out to see you. I leave it here. My number is 203-556-1493. I do this because it is bad. You have over 12,000 planes approximately that were built in an environment at Boeing. That means they're still flying around from 2002 to present. It's actually 23 years without an AS 9100 certificate. On top of that, between 2015 and 21, the International Accreditation Forum, which was founded by ANSI ANAP, was controlled by a communist Chinese national, Zhao Jinwu, who was involved with quality worldwide and in the United States since 1994. He is mandated by his country of origin, Communist China, to take our data through the China National Intelligence Law, Article number 7. You can't make this shit up. Their sister organization, IF, is ILAC, the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation in Australia. They are both associations of accreditation bodies that are equivalent in accreditation to ANAP. And ANAP are their underwriters. They take full legal responsibility, both systematic and product failure. They will probably tell you, your registrar, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I do. And this gives you the credibility right there. I stood up, a friend of mine said to me most recently, and I didn't realize it at the time. He said, Daryl, do you know how many people fly during the annually? He said, about 4 billion people. He said, you stood up and you were their voice. My friends, Sean and Jen, yes, this is a cluster. This is a mess. And I'm the guy to fix it. ANAP is defunct, without a doubt. They are forming in January 2026. They're bringing the International Accreditation Forum and the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation together to form Global Accreditation Cooperation. In January 26, they're bringing AS 9100 out of the picture, bringing AI 9100. Just because they changed the name doesn't mean they tried to, they're trying to hide this fraudulent activity. For 22 years, Boeing went without certification, confessed by Elizabeth Lund, the vice president of quality at the Boeing company. Have a good day. My number is 203-556-1493. And yes, I'm the only man who's telling the truth. Your registrars will lie. ANAP doesn't know. Honestly, I thank you. 203-556-1493.